I am so disappointed. I went to get my hair cut today. No, not today, yesterday. I went to get my hair cut yesterday, and the lady who cut my hair, she left all this and this, and normally the woman who cuts my hair does a way better job. The woman who normally cuts my hair wasn't at the shop yesterday, so there was a substitute. I advise y'all, do not take substitutes because it's a total waste of your money. So I have to go back and have this redone again and spend another $15. I spent another $15. So I'm basically going to have a $30 haircut when really I didn't have to have a $30 haircut. I know. Isn't that frustrating, ladies, when you want your hair a certain way and then the person who does your hair just totally screw you over, just mess you up? So all of this needs to be cut down, and she left all of this. I'm so disappointed. Ugh. All right, so, and I got to do my touch-up. So I'm going to probably do my touch-up first, and then I'm going to go back and get it recut again by the right person this time. And that's another thing. Don't be having any and everybody in your head because everybody don't know what they doing. Everybody can't cut your hair. All right, so off that subject, I'm really here to talk about gun violence. So, just 2 days ago, there was a shooting in El Paso, Texas. 18 people died and a few were wounded. And then shortly after, following, a couple days later, there was a massive shooting in Chicago. I don't know about you guys, but I value people's lives, including mine. It doesn't matter what color or race you are. Everybody's lives matter. And I just think this country needs to have a strict laws and rules put in place so that not just anybody can go buy a gun and then walk into a store and just shoot up a bunch of innocent people. Now, I understand those of you who are 100% for the right to bear arms. I'm not against that at all. You have the right to protect yourself when you are in harm's way or in danger, right? Someone burglarized your home, someone is stealing from you, someone is a threat to you. You have a right to, protect yourself, defend yourself. But also, shouldn't anybody be able to just walk into a gun store and just buy a gun just because they want to buy a gun? Okay, because anybody could say, okay, I'm buying a gun because I'm protecting myself and my family. I have the right to bear arms. Anybody could just say that. Any lunatic or psychopath can walk into a gun store and say that and have all the right permits and classes and everything. So where do we draw the line, people? Where do we draw the line? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this, Write your comments down below under the description box. And just tell me what you guys think. This is a serious matter. Think about how many lives we could be saving right now if our country put a stop to all this gun violence. If our country just pulled the plug and said, you know what, we're not tolerating this anymore. We're pulling the plug and we are bootstrapping and we are focusing on saving lives. We're focusing on making sure that the community and the public is safe. I don't know. 18 people died in El Paso. That's not right. And then more people died in Chicago. And then Chicago is the worst place. Chicago is the highest crime rate in this country. There's more people dying in Chicago than anywhere else in this country. I don't know. I'm sick of hearing about people dying. because someone decided to pick up a gun and just shoot. Somebody decided to pick up a gun and shoot because they pissed off about something. Their life is not going the way they want it, or things are just not going the way they want it to go. There are a lot of psychopaths out there that have these hissy fits, these 2-year-old tantrums when they're supposed to be grown men and grown women. And they go out and they go buy a gun and they decide to go shoot up a mall or shoot up a store because they pissed off about something. Because they're trying to make a point or a statement about something. So an innocent person has to die because you pissed off. An innocent person has to die because you don't know how to handle your problems. There's therapy out there. There's psychologists. Talk to a doctor. Mental health is a really, really serious issue. There's a lot of people out there with mental health problems that are not being treated, and these same very people are going out and just shooting up people. Gun violence is a big issue. Mental health is a big issue. The question is, America, what are we going to do about it? It's time that we stop allowing innocent people to die at the hands of a gunman or a gunwoman because this suspect is upset about something, or this suspect has a mental issue going on. This suspect is traumatized by something. This suspect is hurt. This suspect is angry. Some people decide to pick up a gun and just shoot up a bunch of innocent people because they lost their job and they didn't think it was right for them to get fired. Some people pick up a gun and shoot because they was in love with somebody who broke up with them. And they just couldn't take it. They couldn't handle it. There are teenage kids who are having problems with their parents' authority, and they don't want to mind their parents, and they don't want to obey their parents and respect their parents, so they just decide to go shoot up a school because they pissed off at their mom and dad or their grandma. There are kids that cannot handle being bullied, so they decide to go get a gun and shoot up a school. So you have mental health, you have bullying, you have psychological problems, you have trust issues, and then you just got this big gun issue. People are dying. Innocent people are dying. Nipsey would still be here, I believe, if our country was more strict on gun laws. Selena would still be here if our country was more strict on gun laws. Tupac would probably still be here. Biggie would probably still be here. And the list goes on. There's many other people who are not celebrities that lost their lives to gun violence as well. An everyday person like myself lost their life. So thousands of people have died to gun violence, and thousands of celebrities have died to gun violence. And I'm just sick of hearing about people dying. I'm sick of turning on my television and hearing about somebody getting shot, or hearing about somebody dying because somebody shot them. I'm just sick of hearing it. It's sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. When are we going to draw the line, America? When are we going to put an end to this mess? When are we going to stop these senseless shootings? When are we going to start putting our lives in front of being able to say, I have the right to bear arms? When are we going to make our lives more important than that? I'm not saying you shouldn't have a gun to protect yourself. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we should stop allowing just anybody to go into a gun store and buy a gun. We should make it hard for people to be able to get permits, take classes. You know what I mean? People's history needs to be dug up into before they are able to buy a gun. Look into people's history and see if they have any mental illness. Are they seeing a psychiatrist? Are they seeing a therapist? Are they having emotional issues? Are they having trust issues? Is somebody being bullied? Does someone have a child that's being bullied? We need to find out what the ulterior motives are for people to be able to buy a gun. We need to know what the motives are. We need to know what the reasons are. We need to know what people's history is. When we walk into a health clinic or doctor's office, what is the first thing we have to do when it's our very first time visiting? Fill out a form, and we check off boxes about our what? Our medical history. I think in order for you to be able to buy a gun, you should be able to have a medical history check. Not as far as disease, but just your mental medical history needs to be checked. Honestly, I'm serious. That way we can weed out all the dangerous people who decide they just want to shoot up a bunch of innocent people. We can start eliminating people being able to just go and buy a gun just because they feel like it. We can start eliminating that. We can start weeding out all the dangerous people. Now, all the people who are sensible and probably want to buy a gun to protect their family or want to buy a gun to go to the gun range and practice shots, that's one thing. People should be able to buy a gun for those reasons. But people should not be able to buy a gun just because. We need to take all these guns off the streets, take all these guns out the urban communities, and take all of these guns out of the hands of a bunch of nutcases. Take the guns out of the ghettos and start making these gun shops require more to qualify to buy the gun. We need to put more strict policies in place. I could go on and on and on. And I know I'm going to get a lot of people on here who's going to send me a bunch of hate comments. I don't care. I care about people's lives, including mine. I care about your lives, American citizens. I care about your lives. I care about Black lives. I care about white lives. I care about Hispanic lives. I care about Asian lives. I care about European lives. I care about the lives of American people, American citizens who should be able to walk to the store or drive to the store and shop without having to be afraid of somebody coming into the store and just shooting them up. Without somebody being afraid of being a victim to gun violence just at random. Please don't forget to like, write, share, and subscribe to the channel. Write your comments down below under the description box. And tell me what you guys think. This is a very sensitive subject matter. We must talk about these things. We must get to the bottom of why people are deciding to just shoot up a bunch of innocent people just because they want to. And we need to, like I said, we need to weed out the bad apples, the bad, people of the bunch. And the right people need to be able to buy guns, not the wrong people. I don't want to be afraid to send my child to school. because I'm afraid somebody's going to shoot up the school. I don't want to be afraid to go to the supermarket or go to the mall because I could be shot at random. I don't want to wake up every day living my life in fear because people decide they want to just randomly shoot up a bunch of innocent people. Your lives matter.